Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Kyosho Quattro-X. Now this is a interesting little nano. This was actually pointed out to me by a viewer, and there was very little information on the listing, and I went ahead and bought it just because it looks so cool with the three blade props and this very unique prop guard. It didn't even have the brand listed on the website. So when I got it and I saw that it was from Kyosho, I was really excited because I mean pretty much everybody knows this name in RC. They have been around forever. Really good Japanese brand. Normally they do ground vehicles. My very first RC ever, like 20 years ago, was actually a Kyosho. So I was immediately very excited when I opened the box and saw that this name was on it. And then my excitement was almost immediately killed when I saw this. It only comes in mode 1. There is no mode 2 version, and I can't fly mode 1. I've been trying to teach myself just so I can at least do some test flights of this, and I can't even keep the thing in the air for an entire battery charge. So yeah, pretty much a deal breaker for most people. If you're a mode 1 flyer, you'll probably be happy to hear this, but for most of us, this is a deal breaker that there's no mode 2 of it. So anyway, let's see, I'll give you the little bit of information I was able to gather. So first of all, it does come with a set of spare props and a USB charging cable. And you actually can charge off the transmitter on this one. There's a little USB port on the bottom here. And of course, like USB, it never plugs in the first time. And it doesn't plug in. Why does USB always do that? That's crazy. The first time, every single time. Anyway. So yeah, you got a USB charging cable, and it takes about 40 minutes to charge. I think you get about 3 minutes and 45-second flights, but like I said, I can't even keep it in the air for the entire flight, so it's kind of hard to actually get an accurate timing. I don't know what milliamp hour battery is in it. I think probably 100, just kind of looking at it. I imagine the battery is here on the bottom based on the frame design. The prop guard's pretty interesting. It plugs into the body here on the sides, but then the front just sort of wedges into the frame here. So that took me a while to actually realize that you're supposed to sort of push it into the frame. I wasn't doing that at first, and it kept, anytime I would touch it, the thing would fall off or block the props. So if you do get this and you have some trouble, just remember that you kind of have to wedge the prop guard into the frame there, and you can kind of see there's like a little track that it fits into. But once you get it on, it's pretty nice. It protects above the props and on the sides as well. The rates you change with the on-off switch. So there's low rate setting and then high rate. So kind of hard to change rates mid-flight because you're using the power switch. And then these are flip buttons. You don't, neither of these click, so you don't get a pick which way you want to flip. You just press one of these buttons. And I don't know if there's something wrong with mine, or maybe it's because I'm in mode 1 and I can't really do it right, but the flips seem totally out of control. I mean, I press one and the thing just, I don't even know what it does. It does some crazy looking thing and ends up flying off and crashing. So I was never once able to do a flip and actually recover from it and keep flying. So I don't really know what's going on there. And then your trim buttons are kind of weird all around the center here, so a little bit weird to get to while you're flying. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say. Oh, I did find that it gathers hair much more than any other nano. I think because of the three blade props, pretty much any time I would crash, having cats and long hair myself, pretty much any time it would hit the floor, I'd end up with like a motor full of hair. So you got to take the props off and pull all the hair out. But I think that's due to having the three blades. It just seems to gather hair much faster. So that's something to keep your eye on. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about it. So yeah, I don't really know how well of a flight review I'm going to be able to do here, but we'll see how well I can do with mode 1, and hopefully I can keep it in the air for a minute or so. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, this is the flight review of the Kyosho Quattro-X, mode 1, so we'll see what I can do in mode 1. Give it a shot. Alright. And hopefully I can just at least get a hover going here. Oh my gosh. Not off to a good start. It always takes me a second to kind of get my head around mode 1 and remember that the throttle is on the right. Alright, there we go. Getting a bit of a hover going. Looks like I got some trim issues. It's always fun trying to trim it out while I can't even barely fly it. Alright, let me hit the right flip button and see what happens. Hey, that actually did a good flip. Alright, let's try the left flip button. Alright, I think that did a forward flip. Wow, I don't know why I haven't been able to get it to flip right before. That was the first successful flip I've done. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to remember how to fly this thing. Definitely not doing any circuits or anything. I can barely keep it hovering. Alright. Hey, there's another flip. And let's try another one. Oh, there we go. That was more like what I'm used to seeing. Oh, and I went back into the crevice here. You gonna help me out, Elsie? Coming to make sure I'm flying mode 1 right, okay? My little assistant. Alright, let's try some more. Let's see what I can do. So there's full pirouette. I'm on low rates. Let's turn it to, there's high rates pirouette. So not a super fast yaw rate. I am surprised I'm even doing as well as I'm doing. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to fly mode 1. Still just trying to make sure it's trimmed right. Let's try that right button flip again. That seemed to work pretty well. Nope, there we go. What was that? Why did the first flip work so perfectly and now it's doing the crazy flips again? It's like it veers off in some random direction when it does a flip. What is it doing? Why did the first flip work so perfectly and then now all of a sudden it does the crazy flips again? Do I have something wrong with the prop? Oh, everything looks good. I don't get this thing. If Elsie knew how bad I was at flying mode 1, I don't think she would trust me as much as she is. Oh, there kind of did a decent flip. So I think the right bumper does a roll and the left bumper does a flip. Can't really tell for sure. Left button. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh gosh, what am I doing? What are those flips all about? They're so crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and keep flying as long as I am being able to actually do it here somewhat. Watch out, Elsie, I don't know what I'm doing. Looks like I kind of got some yaw trim issues, like it kind of rotates a little bit slowly, doesn't want to keep its heading too well. So I think I'm done with the flips. Pretty much proved that they are kind of random. Sometimes it seems like they work, sometimes they don't. I must be about low on battery here. Lost all my elevation during rudder turn. There we go. There we go. Kind of doing a funnel. Funnels are actually easier on mode 1, I think. Let's keep going. I'm surprised. I think this is the best I've flown it yet. I think my practice is finally paying off. Yeah, there's full throttle, so I think my battery's about done, or else I've got a bunch of hair in there slowing it down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, there's full throttle. Doesn't even want to keep a hover anymore. Alright, well, I actually was able to give a somewhat decent flight review. I was not expecting that. Probably the best I've flown this thing yet. Anyway, that's the Kyosho Quattro-X Mode 1, so for those Mode 1 flyers out there, maybe you'll be interested. Everybody else, I guess we either wait and see if they come out with a Mode 2, or just enjoy the video. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'll have the purchase link in the video description if you're interested, and I'll see you next time.